I often tell people in my videos I don't go four-wheeling at night. If you want to know why, here's a perfect example. Because you're driving on this road in the dark, you'll end up down there. It's called the Grand Canyon. Thought I'd give you the scenic shot. Wonder why that rock hasn't fallen over in the past million years. See if we can blow it over. Not gonna work. It's a long drop. So all these high-end Chrysler and Jeep executives are having lunch at this fancy country club, and I decided to sneak out and see what they're driving. If you like camping, this has to be the ultimate Jeep. Wow. Look at that. I think this might be the beer dispenser. And a margarita maker. Hey, now this is camping in style. If you get a flat, who's going to change these tires? Those are big uns. I'm going to go snag some keys and see if I can take one of these for a ride. Here we are at our garage and test facility, and what we've been waiting for, the 2020 Jeep Gladiator pickup truck. Finally here. To some people it looks a bit narrow when you're looking from the front, but definitely looks long when you're looking from the side. And our rear view, pretty decent looking rig with Jeep emblems all over the place, so you'll know you're driving a Jeep and everyone else in the world. Jeep logo on the wheels. Jeep logo on the shifter. Oh, for heaven's sake, really? Yep. Some people are of the opinion this is nothing but a Jeep Wrangler with an extended bed. Not true at all. Totally different vehicle underneath, which is why you get different specs. The bed can hold 1,600 pounds payload, plus an empty gas can. If you hook up a hitch, 7,650 pounds can be towed. I hear that's around 4,000 more than a Jeep Wrangler. The platform underneath is 19 inches longer. The overall body is 31 inches longer, for those interested in the specs. Another Jeep emblem on the wheel. Come on, seriously. We do get the same engine as the Wrangler, the proven V6, putting out 285 horsepower and 260 pounds-feet of torque. Fuel economy is rated 17 mpg city, 22 on the highway. I did sample a 6-speed manual. At one time, I drove about 2 blocks, turned around, gave the keys back, said no thanks. If you're into serious four-wheeling, you need to get the 8-speed automatic. I'm not going to get into why, it's a long story, but if you want a 6-speed manual, test drive first. If you're happy with it, get it. I'll take the 8-speed automatic, thank you. I'm glad to see we get an old-fashioned manual emergency brake, not that electronic garbage they're pushing on us nowadays. Of course, what everybody wants to know, how much do these things cost? Off the top of my head, I think it's around $2,000 extra over the standard four-door Wrangler. Doesn't sound like too much. To get more specific, here's the cheapest price you're going to see, the base 33,545. Here's some of the extras. I'll just scroll down, let you read at your leisure. A lot of this stuff you really don't need. Wow. I do think this is a removable roof. I'm not going to take it off. It's 112 degrees outside today. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a canvas cover for the roof. Then again, maybe it's not. But again, I'm not taking the roof off, so I don't care. What I do care about is wrapping up our show and tell segment of the video. We're done with that. Go to the second half, get out and do some driving and fuel economy test, and some four-wheeling. We'll start that right now. We'll start by taking these headlights out, see what they do in the dark. It's dark enough. Let's take these lights out, see what happens. Here we have the low beams on a building 100 feet away. Wide enough, not very bright. High beam, adequate. Again, not the brightest I've ever seen, but will do. Here we have the high beams on a building 300 feet away. Reaches out fine. Again, not the strongest light I've ever seen, but it does the job. Go to low beam. Adequate. Nothing fancy, but they'll do. Here's the review camera. Maybe it needs some cleaning. I'll have to find out where it is and wipe it down with some Windex. As we do in all of my videos, we're going to take some mild speed bumps around 20 to 25 miles per hour to see how the suspension performs on impacts. On the street, this is a pretty smooth riding truck. Should get pretty good results here. Bump number 1. Wow, didn't feel a thing. Most cars don't even do that good. Here's number 2. Didn't hear anything, didn't feel anything. Number 3. Well, this big nasty one might make a difference. Felt it, but not by much. This is a very smooth riding truck. Keep in mind the speed bump test was done with the 245-75R17 all-terrain tires. With different suspension and tire packages, the results may differ, especially on the Rubicons. The power steering on this vehicle is light enough for off-roading, but on the highway it's pretty pathetic. The center point has no feel, no feedback, 100% totally dead, with a lot of slop. I'm constantly making corrections. And we have a long trip ahead, so this is going to be a real chore keeping this in a straight line. But it's a Jeep Wrangler, just the way you have to deal with it. On the positive side, this is one of the smoothest trucks I've ever driven, very comfortable. Yes, there's wind noise as you would expect on a Jeep Wrangler, but still very comfortable and great for long trips. Great driving position too. And this V6 engine is doing a great job climbing these steep grades. The fuel economy is running around 20 mpg at the moment. Not bad considering. Well, we've rocked on 275 miles on freeway driving. Looks like we're on the Indian Reservation now. Don't want to get caught speeding here. They have a tendency to take your truck and not give it back. Well, we've been in the saddle for 4 hours, climbing from 1,200 feet to 8,000 feet. This engine's purring like a kitten, pulling like a tank. No complaints for me thus far. It's a Jeep, so it's time to get off the pavement and do some off-roading. Perfect place, 400,000 square miles of nothing, except snakes, buzzards, and cows. Excuse me, where is the nearest bar? I need a cold beer. Steak. See, you say the word steak, they get all freaked out and run away. I don't know why. I'm really surprised how well the suspension is absorbing bumps and impacts, as well as it did on those speed bumps. I couldn't drive this fast on this particular road with a conventional pickup truck. Wouldn't be a good idea. And yes, I am in two-wheel drive. I have not engaged four-wheel drive yet. One thing I like about the Gladiator over the Wrangler, it holds an awful lot more camping gear. Definitely. And that cargo bed definitely holds a lot more beer, so when my buddies are out exploring in their hiking trip, I'm going to go drink theirs. Then we'll get back to the video with more serious driving. Nice view, huh? One thing I like about the Gladiator is the narrow width. It allows you to squeeze into places you can never do with a full-size truck. Great if you're a serious off-roader. While the power steering feel on the freeway speeds leaves something to be desired, it works pretty good off-road. Very light and responsive. And since this is intended for off-roading, I guess I won't complain so much about the power steering now. Maybe I will a bit more when I get back on the freeway. We're back on the pavement again. I'm starting to get used to this power steering, although I still think it's got a lot of slop on the center, but I guess over time you can adjust to it. Works great off-road though. Our goal was to put 800 miles on this Jeep in 48 hours. We accomplished that goal, went over just a wee bit, but that's okay. Time to wrap up this video. So what's my take on this Gladiator? Well, here's the way I look at it. It's all about price. You get the base vehicle for 34 grand, toss in an automatic transmission for a couple grand, a few performance items for a few more grand. Keep it under 40,000 bucks. I'd say give it a thumbs up. Unfortunately for us consumers, this is a very popular vehicle right now, so the factory's loading them up with all kinds of unnecessary options, fluff items like radar cruise control, luxury packages. So now they're shooting the price up to 45 to 55 grand. That's a little bit too steep for me. Maybe not for you. But in the end, if I had a choice between the Wrangler or the Gladiator, I think I'd spring up the extra 2,000 bucks for the Gladiator. I think it has more utility. And I like that rear bed for all my gas cans and firewood. I certainly don't want those in the vehicle. So coming up, some videos of other vehicles we've tested that went off-road. Just click and watch.